I went from broke to rich in 99 Nights in the Forest, starting out with where I had no base, then the richest base, and finally, the biggest food base where I had the entire world's food supply. So, let's get into it. Today, I'm gonna be surviving 99 Nights in the Forest with no base. Now, usually, I'm the guy who makes the very huge bases, but today we're doing the opposite because I'm gonna have to survive 99 nights, but I can't use my fire for protection. Obviously, I do need to level up my fire to get the kids and even need to get a bunch more materials to get the beds, but every night I am not allowed in my base. I have to be outside, out and about, and basically fight for my life. So let's go ahead and get started with getting our fire up to level 3, try to get the first kid as soon as possible, and we're gonna see just how hard this is, because if I die, I'm not gonna revive myself. If I die and I have to restart. So I have to be very, very careful. We already got fire level 2. All right, this should be enough to get me to fire level 3 and also get me the map. Now, I do want to get the sundial as soon as possible because I can't exactly tell what time of day it is. But for now, I'm just going to stay outside the base because I do feel like it might turn nighttime pretty soon. So we're just going to drop our wood outside the base. Our saplings already outside the base. And we're just going to collect as much stuff as we can through the night because day 1 should be decently easy. There are animals, but then again, the deer won't kill me. He'll spawn by my base and stare at my base, but we won't be in it tonight. And like always, there is a basketball court. So as soon as I drop off this coal, I'm going to show you guys what it's like to be the best basketball player in the game. Steph Curry actually learned from me by watching my Roblox videos. He just used the time travel machine to do it. And right here, backwards jump shot. Boom. There we go. Pretty much right in the hoop. You saw that, right? I'm pretty sure you saw that. Even it's coming back. It wants to be scored a second time. There we go. Actually, wait. Hold on. Is that? I think I just missed. I think that's the first shot I've ever missed in my entire career. I'll be right back, guys. I have to go apologize to Steph Curry. Got the old flashlight and some kunai. That'll be useful. We also got a church really close to the base. I'll get a med kit. And there's 2 bandages and another med kit back there. Don't mind if I do. That'll actually help me to survive this challenge because if I die, I die. So the bandages and med kits will come in clutch. I will be using them as much as possible. There have been times where I wanted to save my bandages or med kit just to die. So I'm going to try to be smarter with this run. We also got a chest right here. This is actually known as the spear chest because I said so. And oh, would you look at that? This actually is a spear. It's just a ranged spear with 6 spear bullets, if you didn't know. All right, it's turning daytime. We have the katana, so I can actually get the first kid tonight or today. And we're already going to be doing pretty good. We got the wolf pelt already. That's good. Excuse me, sir. Please hop in the sack. I am very polite. I am a very good parent to my children. And we got the good sack. See, I had an apartment sack, but now we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom sack with 15 slots. Going on the market for $750,000, and I already have a cash buyer. But let me get the bunny foot. There we go. Now that'll get us the good axe, and then this should get us the spear. There we go. All right, we're sitting already pretty good. Actually, you know, I just realized we don't even need the spear. I have the katana. I also have a ton of food from killing bunnies and a wolf. So far, everything's going pretty smoothly. It'd probably go a lot harder later on. I didn't even have the deer spawn on me because the deer won't try to kill you on the first day. But let's try to keep this streak going. I want to go get some fuel. I want to get some scrap, get some good things going, and basically ask Deer Blocks if he will be very kind to me this evening. I also do need the sundial. I do want to use that. We also found the stronghold over here, top right of the map. Probably won't need to use it, but we'll see. Okay, night is approaching, so I'm just gonna drop my stuff outside of the camp. I don't want to head in there and then it just switch night on me. So we'll put everything right here, and today is the first day that the deer can actually spawn. So I'm just gonna be looting and hopefully we'll be fine. And they already spawned on me. So I have to loot because I do want to be fast with this challenge, and Deer Blocks is very slow on the first few days. So we'll just shine the light at him if he gets too close. We also got 2 fuel canisters right next to each other. That is what we'll need to get fire level 4. I'm gonna go charge my flashlight with the fireflies. Okay, good. He's stuck on the door or on the tree, and he should have despawned by now. So we're good now. Just get some more loot. We're already good enough to get fire level 4, but I can't head back into the base just yet. All right, we have 4 fuel canisters now. We're sitting pretty on fuel. Heading back to the base because it's morning. And then I think we should just get the sundial. Just get that out of the way so I know what time it is. Usually I have my Apple Watch that cost me $3,000, and I actually did a buy in 4, but now I'm in $3 trillion of consumer debt. But with this, we should be fine. It only costs 5 scrap, and I think that's the equivalent to about $5 US. Don't ask me how I know that though. Okay, crafted bench 2, sundial, regular bed, and compass. So now we can tell what time of day it is, and we can be a little bit closer to the edge with how long we stay on our base, but not too close, because sometimes it is a little off. But now, actually, let me go get the second kid. We want to get these multipliers going fast. I don't know if I'll be able to bring her back to the base in time, but we could try. try. Wait, what in the... Oh, dude. Okay, we got some bad luck. I can kill the wolves, so that'll, I guess, save us a little bit of time when we come back. But the second kid is in the wall. I don't like how that happens. I think it's actually happened more frequently than normal. Maybe they changed it. I'm not sure, but we'll just take this food for right now. As well as the alpha wolf pelt. That should help us to get the giant sack, which will be pretty helpful, especially looting at night. If we're going to loot at day and night, we're going to need a lot of space for our items. But for right now, everything is on easy mode. What you're seeing right now, this is the easiest part of the challenge. It'll only get harder as the days go by, especially on the days when the deer is going to be hungry. All right, night's approaching. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some wood and then leave it by the base for the old bed. Now, one thing that's important to know for this challenge is that the closer you are to the base, or at least from my experience, the less likely the deer is to spawn. So because I'm just getting some wood right now, the deer hasn't spawned yet. That or I'm getting very lucky. All right, next day. I think we actually might be able to get the old bed and the good bed. Yeah, okay, get the crafting bench 3, then the old bed. Now we just need 5 more wood for the good bed, which we can actually get right here. And there we go. Okay, so that's going to bring up our multiplier a lot, which means 2 things. We're going to survive less nights, which sounds like a good thing, but we will also be going to the harder nights faster, which is technically also a good thing, but the deer will be a lot more rampant. Now, I do want to get that poison spear, but we're probably fine with a katana. Now I just need to get fuel, because I do want to expand the base or the fire and finally get the second and third kids probably at the same time, which means I will need a rifle, or I can use my kunai. I'll probably just end up doing that. Dude. Nah, I don't even want to explain what I got stuck on a tree and a wolf jumped on my head. That was insane. I am wailing in disbelief. That is my body. I am bewailing my own death. But let me try again, and I'm gonna be a lot more careful. I can't have large groups of animals chasing me, because that's what led to that. There were a bunch of wolves chasing me, and I thought I could just run away from them, but yeah, it's not that easy. All right, we got fire level 3 and the map actually really fast. I'm gonna see if we can get the first kid before day 2, and then I guess just trying to get the old bed and the bunny foot. All right, got the key. We do need the wolf pelt too, because I'm not playing lumberjack, and we didn't get it from here, which is a little time consuming, because now we'll have to go get one on our own, or not on our own, but pretty much from another place where it's not so easy to get. And I'm 1 shot. I am 0 shot. I don't know how I'm alive. Okay, there we go. We got the pelt. Let me bring this back to, and some food. I'm not trying to die already. All right, but first kid's safe. We got the wolf pelt. Now we just need the bunny foot, and then I guess just getting wood for the old bed. And we already got bunny foot. Second try. This is going really good. Now let's get that wood. Night is approaching, so pretty much all night tonight just grabbing wood. All right, pelt traders here. Let me quickly get a good sack and axe, and with that we'll put all of our wood in the crafting bench, which will give us the old bed. We only need a little bit more wood and some scrap, and we can get the regular bed and the crafting table, which we'll need for the regular bed. So far everything is going really good, really smoothly, but then again, Deer Blocks is quite the house guest. He is not very friendly. Night's approaching. Gotta do this really fast. We have some fuel that'll get us to fire level 4. There we go. And now during the night we'll go get the second kid. I haven't placed my old bed down yet though, so let me do that. I don't want to place a regular bed. That might be cutting a little too close. So let's just, yeah, that would have been too close. So let's go get the second kid, and then we'll have the second kid and regular bed tomorrow. All right, deer did spawn on us pretty early. It is still only day 2, so he's gonna be a little slow, so I'm gonna try to use a flashlight here and then quickly pick up the steak. Now I do need to be careful. I don't have a single bandage on me, and there are 10,000 wolves. Dude, why are there so many wolves right here? We have a dog park. It's lit, dude. Okay, that is, why are there, dude, there's actually an influx of wolf immigration in this country. I cannot believe it. Here's a stronghold. That's good to know. And my flashlight's about to die. Dude, if I survive this, I will be surprised. Okay, I used the stronghold as a barrier between the deer and I'm gonna start heading back to the base. He should despawn, and if I am closer to the base, I think he just respawned. He sounds a little close. Okay, there we go. We're all actually alive somehow. That was a little crazy, but we're good. Now let me get the stuff that I need. We have the second kid, and we have a lot of food. Get the regular bed. We can also get the next crafting bench, and I just need 6 more scrap, and we can get the good bed. So let me do that real quick. All right, I think we're at about where we were last time. Got the sundial, compass, and I need more scrap. I probably should have built a good bed first, but at least the sundial will let me know when I need to be back home. home, and then I'll get that scrap really fast. All right, we got a scrap. We also got 2 fuel canisters, 3 fuel canisters. That's good. Bandages, more fuel. That's good. Now, I actually don't have too much time to make it back to the base, but hopefully I'll be able to make it. Get that good bed, get that multiplier going faster. I don't know if we're gonna make it. It's, man, 13 seconds. I'm gonna have to do this ridiculously fast. I have my hand over the F key. Do this. Craft the good bed. Boom. Bam, place it there, run out of the base. And we did it just in time. Okay, so that gets us the multiplier. And now I'm gonna go loot a little bit more. Now, because we're not gonna have too many raids, at least not soon, I'm gonna head over to the stronghold to get the cultist gems, and hopefully that'll allow us to get the giant bed faster. And it'll actually give me something good to do during the night. Or actually, wait, I can't even get it yet. I forgot. You have to wait until the day after the first raid, like a minute into that day or something, and you'll have that unlocked. Got a strong flashlight and armor. That'll actually help quite a bit with this challenge, because wolves, and especially a lot of them, maybe even bears later on, that's probably the #1 thing I have to worry about. Like right now, 2 wolves chasing me does not make me feel safe, so I'm gonna try to lose them by getting them stuck and then going up here. And I do have to be careful. I don't want to die again. I died early last time. That's not that bad, but if I die on day 74, I will be clinically dead. I will be brain dead. I will be heart dead. The only organ that's still gonna work is my spleen, and I don't even know what that does. All right, I think we have enough fuel for fire level 5. Yeah, there we go. Eat some of this food here. Now I do need farm plot, so that's the next thing I'm gonna make. All right, get a farm plot, and then I need 2 more wood, and that'll get us a crock pot. So actually, with this is going good. We're gonna have food settled. We won't need anything more for food, at least when our farm plots start growing. And during tonight, I can just go get the 3rd kid since we just upgraded the fire. So seems like everything's going pretty good right now, but no matter how many beds or kids I get, I cannot use my base for protection, so it'll be hard all the way through. All right, we found the 3rd base, or the 3rd dungeon. We'll use our kunai. Gotta make sure I be extremely careful that I don't get stuck on anything while being chased by 3 animals, especially 2 bears. That will kill me pretty much instantly. All right, but we're good. Get the 3rd kid and a mythic chest, or ruby chest. I gotta stop calling it a mythic chest. With, that's weird, an empty chest. We got the gem of the forest fragment. That's fine, but I don't know. It must be some kind of glitch in the game. There's just nothing out of these chests anymore. Hey, there we go. Okay, we got a strong axe. That is statistically better than what we got out of that mythic chest, which will not be named. Got another church back here. Bunch of band. Oh, dude, what in the world? That is my worst nightmare. Dude, why? Wow, okay. I have to be careful out here. They can just come out of nowhere. Oil barrel, that's very nice. We will need that. And now I am out of here for one-way first class ticket. Spirit Airlines. I don't even think Spirit Airlines has a first class, and if it does, I have no idea why, and I'm gone. We do have quite a bit of stuff now, too, so we're gonna bring this back to the base and see what we can do. I also do need to take care of this raid. We're only on day 18 as well. Deer shouldn't be ridiculous difficult, but all right, our fire is close to level 6. Not there yet. Squid Kid is back at the base. Now we're just getting more fuel, and I need food. Okay, I don't think I have time, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have to eat raw food, or maybe a bunch of carrots and grapes. And the owl is here. Hey man, I missed you. You're my best friend, man. The owl might be a little bit easier, but then again, if I have a bunch of animals already chasing me, that is good game. Now I do need to be careful out here. We're pretty far out in the map. I do need the loot out here, but I also would prefer not to die out here. I want my funeral to be in a nice level 6 campfire and not out here. You know what? Maybe one day if I get married, I will have my wedding in 99 Nights in the Forest. I think that all girls dream of having that kind of wedding. I actually don't know a single girl who hasn't told me that she wants her wedding to be in 99 Nights in the Forest since 5 seconds ago, which statistically means that it's gonna happen. All right, we managed to survive that night. The owl might have been a little bit easier than the deer, but we'll have to see. And also, basketball court means we have to learn to be Stephen Curry. Bang a boom. All right, that went in. Also, quick tip, because I just did it. If you need to get out of the backside of a barn, don't worry about going out this door and then all the way around. If you just jump at the right time, you can squeeze through that window. And there's an oil barrel, coal as well. We should be good to get fire level 6 when we get back to the base. Now, it's probably insanely dangerous to go get the 4th kid at night, so we're not just gonna do what we did like we did with the 3rd kid. I'm actually gonna be careful. All right, here we go. This will give us the fire level 6. Or actually, it won't. Very close though. Probably use this wood to do it. And there we go. Now, this is an issue. I was not paying attention to the info that you usually see at the top, and the deer is hungry tonight. So I think I have a genius idea, and I am not going to be taking the deer to a restaurant because I don't think he's that type of hungry. I hear him. I don't see him though. I promise you, if he's on the roof, I'm going to lose it. You better not. If you're on the roof, I'm going to lose it, man. Oh, what in the world? He got stuck in between the trees. Okay, that's actually a good thing for me. We're going to stay in this base and hopefully not die. That is actually preferable to death, if you didn't know that. Okay, tonight we got pretty lucky. Deer got stuck. There was a tower right here, so we're good. But that is the first sign that things are going to get a little more difficult. Now, let me head back to the base and we'll try to go get the fourth kid. Let me also grab some food too. So that way we should be chilling. All right, let's get the fourth kid. And then after that, we'll go get the stronghold so that we can get the giant bed as fast as possible. And so far, everything's going pretty good. We're doing really good at getting these multipliers. But then again, the more multipliers we have, the faster we get to the harder days. I'm going to use my kunai and then my rifle because I want to get this done fast. And there's always 6 bears here who like to stand on top of each other and make tower of bears. Nice. I'm always aiming for the headshot so we save as many as possible. All right, last one. There we go. No bear pelt, surprisingly, but we'll be fine. All right, we got Morningstar, leaving that behind. I do not want it. Oil barrel up there. Glad we can see that. Can I jump for it though? I can. Engine, fuel canister. Now let's head back. Okay, I don't know actually if I'm gonna make it. I have 14 seconds and I'm not that close. So actually, we're not gonna be getting the fourth kit tonight, but what we can do instead is go get a stronghold. All right, there we go. Now we're a little low on health, so I'm definitely gonna use a bandage. We do want to be very careful to not die. But now we got a mythic chest. We have enough cultist gems to get a giant bed, and we have the fourth kid too. And we finally got something out of a mythic chest or a ruby chest, which is very nice. All right, everything's looking good. We have so much scrap. Let me just grab this wood back here, and we should have enough or close to enough for the giant bed. And then that'll be our multipliers done. Now we have to think of plans for survival or just have fun with a deer. We'll see which one it is. All right, craft and bench 4, and we can get the giant bed. That is perfect. We have the max multiplier now. All 4 beds, all 4 kids, and let me get the giant tech too. Things are going very, very good, but they can always be worse. Never forget that. Be humble and try not to die to deers. That last option doesn't really apply in real life. Well, technically it does, but like if you're getting that close to a deer, I think you're just kind of wanting to die. All right, we have 4 seconds left. Put our food in there. Get me out of the base. All right, so we have food and we have the max multiplier. Now we got to figure out how we're going to survive this night. Deer already spawn pretty fast, but we have a tower right there, so we're good. Now I'm wondering, this is a very stupid idea, but I'm all about stupid ideas because I actually graduated from Barvard. Can you bring the deer up the stairs with you? Please tell me you can bring him up the stairs with you. Bro, if I could, hold on, maybe if I do something like this, get him to come sideways. Hold up, you can do it. You can actually bring the deer up. Let me use a bandage. All right, what in the, how'd that wolf get up here? Hold up, it's actually working. I'm not even kidding. Dude, I'm bringing the deer all the way up. That's a fat joke. Hold up. Okay, he fell down. I thought I was gonna be able to get him out up here, but that's insane. The deer can actually climb up with you. But for now, I think we're good. The wolf is chasing me, so another wolf shouldn't spawn. And the deer, if there's a second deer, I'm just quitting this game. All right, we managed to survive today. Now, let me head back to the base. We do need to make more food, but I also want to make an oil drill, so that way we don't run out of fuel, and then the deer will be hungry every single day. So let's see. We have enough scrap for the oil drill. We just need 25 wood. We can do that in 5 seconds. All right, with this, pretty much good. We have enough food. We have enough fuel. Now we just need to survive to the deer, which is not that easy. Now, what I could do actually, wait, hold up. This might be overpowered. If I get all 8 frog keys and I hide out at the frog, I don't know what to call it, frog central, frogtopia. If I hide out down there, maybe the deer can't spawn down there. Maybe nothing can spawn down there and I'll be safe. So we'll see. And this guy manages to somehow jump all of my bullets. All right, there we go. Dropped a poison spear and a frog key. That's good. You know what? Actually, I think the blue ones do drop you a key. Okay, yeah. One of them dropped me a key. That's good. That'll be 2 keys so far. And then there should be a key in this lake right here. Now, I don't have a rod, so I'm gonna go get that first. But I'm gonna see. The frog base should be a good idea. If I really need to hide, just jump in the whirlpool and we're safe. What in the... Dude, nah. I thought he was about to go all the way down the whirlpool. That is weird how he made it all the way down. Okay. At least he didn't go in it. I thought he was actually going to go in it. And that would have let me know how safe my plan was. All right. Well, this is not good. The owl is chasing me, so we're just going to head down here. These are also pretty safe spots. And also, if you get on top of the bookshelves, which I might be able to just like that, wake up. There we go. All right. The wolves shouldn't spawn in here because I think this is a safe spot that doesn't detect you. Or at least the wolves won't spawn down on you. All right, we also got 2 diamonds, and we're more than halfway there. Now it's just time to get a bunch of keys. So far, we have 4, and we need 8. Right now, I'm looking for the purple frogs, because usually they always give you a key. And out here, I think 2 of them spawn per lake. Can't find any lakes, though. They seem to be pretty rare when you get out this far, which kind of makes sense, but is a little hard because now it's about to turn nighttime, and I don't want to be caught out here at nighttime. Now, there are bandages in here. I do want these. I just don't want to die getting them, though. So let me actually head to the inside. The inside might be safer because everyone's on the outside. And we're good. There we go. Okay, we found the frogs. I am out of rifle ammo, though. That is not very good. And the deer's hungry tonight. Good thing I have cat-like reflexes. Okay, we're good for now, but he's probably gonna respawn in just 2 seconds. So let me take out this frog right here. Okay, that's 2 keys right there. I'm gonna try to take out the blue ones for a key as well. And I'm about to die. Okay, I have to be really careful. All right, got another key right here. Dude, I'm about to die. Dude, medkit right now. I need to be careful right here. Okay, so my next option of business task is to take out this bear before I die. If I do not take him out, he's gonna kill me some way. Okay, we're good. We even got the bear pelt, so that's good. And that's probably our last frog key. Let me grab the bear pelt. We're heading over to the whirlpool, taking a bandage as well. Not gonna risk it. This bear is a very aggressive salesman for Charmin Ultrasoft. Don't fall for his tricks. Always use a bidet. And I'm not even kidding. I wish I had a bidet right now. Those save so much time. Okay, let me actually not talk about the bathroom right now, but I genuinely, piece of advice, if you can afford it, get a bidet. Okay, so here I have to be careful. I don't want the coldest at my base, but then again, there's 17 of them, and they all have maces and crossbows, so I have to be very careful not to get swarmed, because I've had that happen to me before, and you just die very fast. All right, there we go. That is taken care of. Let me drop all my stuff right here. Let me grab my frog keys separately, and we do have 8 of them, so we're good to go, but let me clean up the base. We can also use our bear pelt. Now, there's nothing necessarily I need here. I think I have everything I need. The problem is I don't have any rifle ammo, so we're probably just gonna get an ammo crate, and then we should be good to go take out the frog hideout. So let's see, how much do we need? Okay, we have enough. Oh wait, I need the coldest gem. Okay, I think there's one over here. Yeah, there is. All right, we're good. I'm gonna try to use my spear for the earlier frogs. That way we don't run out of ammo, but then again, I also don't want to die, so we gotta be careful. All right, let's do this. We have about 72 bullets, all 8 keys, and now I'm just gonna try to open the chest while they're killing me, because they're only the little green ones. Oh wait, you actually have to defeat the cave, and it's called the frog cave before opening it. And why are you upside down? Only the wolves want belly rubs, man. A frog is a little weird. I'm probably gonna get some skin disease. All right, we got a blue one now. Why are they on their belly so much? I actually don't know what causes that. Got a purple one. I think next is 2 purple ones, and then the boss. All right, take a bandage. This should be okay. No, the boss is already out, and he is coming straight for me. Now I'm curious what kind of damage he does, but I'm not stupid enough to test that in a challenge like this. So we're just gonna use our rifle strategy, just running around. Take my stew real quick as well. We actually didn't need that many rifle bullets too. That was actually pretty easy, or at least this is about to be pretty easy. There we go. Now we gotta take out these 2 purple ones. One dropped a poison spear. Now I'm just gonna use my sword or my katana. Take a bandage, and then I think these green ones will be very easy to just deal with. And there we go. Okay, now I'm hoping for the frog boots. I've already played with the poison spear, armor, and blow dart, but not the frog boots. But if we don't get them, hey, I can fish for them. Okay, poison spear. That is probably the worst one that you can get because they're very easy to find. I'm pretty sure you're guaranteed one outside by the whirlpool, but we do have a rod. So let's see what we can do. I'm wondering, can you get fish and boots out of here? Wait, if it's a 1%, I'm gonna fish 100 fish out of this. Yo, I'm not doing this. I'm actually not fishing 100 times. I will fish 5 times, and if I get frog boots, I'll take that. Okay, that's the first time. All right, that's 2. All right, here's fish number 3. Got 3 mackerels. It'll be good for food, but I do not think we're gonna get frog boots out of this. 4 mackerels now. This is my last chance. And yeah, we got 5 mackerels, so nothing too great. Night is approaching, and I'm actually gonna test it out. I'm not gonna do this for the entire run, but I'm gonna test it out. Am I completely safe down here? Because I don't see why the deer would spawn down here, and I don't see why maybe wolves would spawn down. Hold up, I actually just heard the owl. I don't know where he's at. Okay. All right. I guess the deer can spawn in here, because if the owl's spawning in here, I don't see why the deer wouldn't, which makes me very thankful. And wolves spawning. Okay, this is not a safe place, but I guess with this mushroom then, the wolf is stuck and can't jump up here. Now, the owl just landed again, but not inside. So I think there's a chance he'll land inside, and there's a chance he won't. Yeah, now he's inside. All right. So I think we're safe for tonight. It actually isn't a safe space down here, but we only have 13 seconds left. And this wolf is currently licking the rock rock as if it is the last piece of food on earth. All right, there we go. Daytime. Please do not murder me. There we go. So that wasn't too good of a use of our time, but hey, at least I do know now. Now let me enjoy my mackerel. Brought me up to about full. So we're on day 84, which means we only have 2 days left. And of course, the deer is hungry tonight and we're being raided. Wait. What I need to do is I'm obviously going to be outside the base, but I need to not finish the raid, because if I don't finish the raid, then the deer, he's going to be stuck in that position where he just looks at your base during the raid. And I have no idea how this thing got over here. Okay, getting raided tonight. The deer can spawn in this little window, and he actually did. But as soon as the raid starts, he'll disappear. So we're just going to keep the light on him. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're good. So now all we're going to have are wolves on us, and this tree should protect me. If there's a wolf, I'll just move to the other side of the tree. All right, here's a dog or a wolf, and there we go. The best solutions are often the simplest ones. That is a quote that probably sounds like someone said it. All right, today is the last day. Very excited, and I'm glad that I didn't die any other time yet. The first time I died, a little frustrating, but if I die now, I don't know what I'm gonna do. That's why I have to be careful right now, because the maces with the cultists, they hit extremely hard. All right, last guy, and my bullet missed, but not the second time. So far, so good. We have to survive one last night. That is the most awkward position a man can die in. Your neck, I know you're dead, but your neck must hurt pretty bad. All right, turning nighttime. I'm hoping for the owl. The owl, and there. Whoa, that was 10 times scarier than anything I've ever seen before. He was in a T-pose for a second, so I gotta be careful. We do have the deer. Maybe I could try to get him stuck. There is a tower right there, but that's just too easy. Maybe I can get inside of this tower, and hopefully he won't murder me. Okay, I got the door open, but dude is running at Mach 12. Let me take a bandage. Get the flashlight out. There we go. Now let me get to the top of the anvil. All right, and I actually have a perfect idea. I've seen this in cartoons before. If you want to kill somebody, here's what you do. You see your target down there, you take an anvil and plop it on his head. I'm sure that worked. He seems dead. Now, there is actually... Okay, that could have been bad. The alpha wolf spawning right there could have pushed me off the edge. But there is actually one last thing I want to show you guys, and I don't think anybody's seen it before in 99 Nights in the Forest. The deer is actually a magician. I promise you this. He knows magic, and I'll prove it to you. See, what's gonna happen right now is he's down here, but in just 9 seconds, he will be all the way by my campfire. See? It's insane. I've watched the same trick multiple times, and everyone knows that you never show the same trick twice, so pretty weird. But with that, I survived 99 nights with no base. Today, I'm gonna be building the richest base in 99 Nights in the Forest with my friend Bemmy Block.
Yes, I am here to be his worker and his companion.
Yeah, I am quite lonely when I make these, not gonna lie. So we both have the max level lumberjack, and we're gonna be building a pretty big base, but also the richest base, which means we're gonna get a ton of resources, and it's gonna look pretty good in the end. And with his help, it should be a lot faster than normal.
I hate to break it to you, but I just cut down a tree and accidentally planted the 2 saplings where they fell and didn't pick them up.
Maybe we shouldn't record this video, I'm not gonna lie. So let's see. I'm gonna build us the map because we gotta figure out where we're going.
Joke's on you, I know where I'm going.
All right, where's the White House?
North Dakota.
That's probably right. We both have the good axe already, but we both will need to most likely get bunny feet to get the good sack.
Actually, the pelt trader, he just gives me it for free because I have aura.
Oh, really? The aura discount?
Yeah, no, actually.
Night is approaching. Officially, the game's warning that it's your bedtime.
I'm looking at the deer on night 1. What do I do? Do I give him my tax information?
I think the deer... I think it's just your social security and your credit card number, but you do have to say it out loud with your mic unmuted.
1, 2, 4.
Found the bandage for when I need to revive you later.
Oh, I got Robux. Don't worry, buddy. Hey, you put the map really close to the wood grinder here, and it's making me uncomfortable. I feel like it's watching me.
See, here's this thing. I don't know if you knew this, but you can hit click M, and it just shows you the map wherever you are.
Oh, it must be the little M circle indicator on the top right.
Yeah, it's like the 27th letter of the alphabet.
Alphabet has 5 letters. Oh, that's good. I got a good sack. That's huge.
Actually, it's just the good sack. The giant sack comes later. So now we do have a level 4 fire. I want to go get the first and second kid.
Why?
Because they will work for us too, actually.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
All right, let's go this way.
Hey, my sack is better than yours.
That's cool. I have a gun.
Your sack is better than mine.
That's what I thought.
Oh, so you'll take care of these, right?
I only have like 9 bullets. Maybe not.
That's right. I learned this really cool circular attack melee strat. Someone named Alex Blocks.
Oh, sounds weird. All right, we can get the first kid down here. There's also a chest if you want to come grab that.
Guaranteed giant sack.
So I think the next thing we should focus on is getting a stable food source. So we're gonna need a ton of wood for that. So for now, all the saplings that we get, just plant those, and we'll chop them down for wood. And because we're the lumberjack, they'll actually give us more saplings back. It's called an ROI. I don't know if you heard of that, but if you invest in tree stalks, they actually go up 10% month over month.
Did you say aura?
No.
I think he said aura, and then questioned as to why he was saying it. Said aura why.
So I think we just need one more farm plot, and then we got to get the crock pot. All right, we can get one more farm plot. We can also upgrade the bench, and then now we can get the sundial, regular bed, compass, and now we just need to upgrade the crafting bench again and get the crock pot because I'm starving. Wait a second. If you're Bemi Block, then why is there an X in your name?
Can we not talk about my ex?
Oh, that's fair. Seems oddly green out today.
Something mysterious is flying above you. I believe that is a government drone, and we need to shoot it down.
That won't get you arrested and put in jail for the rest of your life.
You have the gun. Shoot at him.
No, thanks. I'm good. I'd rather keep my life. All right, I got us a crock pot. I also got us a good bed. Crock pot's gonna go right here in the middle. How about we have the right side? So this side that I'm standing on, we'll have it for my carrots, and the left side will be for your carrots.
What if I'm looking at it from this way, and this is my right?
Oh, and also, crock pot is only usable for, I think, 3 minutes out of the day.
Yeah?
Yeah. So if anything, I would give me your carrots, and I promise I'll give you a fair amount of food.
I don't know if brother is lying to me.
No, bro, I would never lie. I would totally never lie. See, the crock pot, it's actually a subscription service where if you pay $5 a month, you actually get unlimited access, and you get access to their gold card where you can spend in their restaurant.
Okay, so it's like Costco. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just they don't have good gas. All right, I made my food. I'm gonna chop down all these trees for the wood and the saplings.
I don't really have many interest in getting the children. I find it triggering that they get lost every time.
Yeah, it's like every time we save them, they just go back for some reason. It's like Mario and Princess Peach.
Yes, I always hated Princess Peach.
All right, whenever you have any fuel, put that in the biofuel processor. It'll give us more.
You're assuming I'm doing things for our best interest.
I would hope so. Oh, by the way, Aunt Lolly and Uncle Tito, they're coming to visit us real quick.
I don't believe in uncles. If I stand on this tree, they can't get me. Have fun.
Oh, that's interesting.
I found out how to never get killed by the cultists.
This actually is kind of easy, not gonna lie.
Hey, we got this squirrel over here staring at us.
Interesting. I actually forgot to mention that Cousin Tito's coming over as well. What I want to do now, though, is get a bunny foot because the pellet trader's back.
You got a mid-sack, buddy.
I actually have the worst sack. You have the mid sack.
All right, thanks. Oh, dear leader, I have gotten so much scrap in my good sack. You'll be happy.
I'm kind of afraid of how much you might have gotten. I'm gonna get us a boost pad. Put that right here.
Look at all this scrap. Watch the scrap pile.
12 to 42. You got 30 whole scrap. Congratulations. Now we need to go get the second and third kid.
As much as I don't want to, I'll do it because you're my leader.
Gonna plant these saplings beforehand. Gotta remember to have that investment on opportunity because the longer that you keep your money in a Roth IRA, the more money that the government won't take from you.
Is that what those aliens are here for?
Yeah, probably. I didn't pay my taxes last year. Oh, wait. We have the stronghold here, too. So we can get the second kid and the stronghold.
All I have is, I don't have a weapon, by the way. How'd you get that?
You can have this one. There we go. So let's get the second kid, and then we can go loot the stronghold. All right. Get the stronghold. We'll need that. Oh.
What? No, I want to pay the Robux. I want to pay the Robux.
I'm faster at it. No, bro.
Coming back. Don't worry.
All right. I just cleared the first floor. There we go. Second floor done.
Is that the Fortnite battle pass?
Actually, it is, yeah. Hey, I'd watch out if I were you.
Don't worry. Bemi Block. Singular block to the rescue. I lured one down here. He's dead. Coming upstairs. I am one shot. What do I do? Watch this. Bang. I'm peeking him. Can you see me?
I actually do see that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hold on. He's literally never played someone like me before. Unfortunately for him. Yeah, it's tough, buddy. Is there more?
Nope, that's it. You won. Now you have to revive me.
I need bandages. Guess I'm buying them.
Oh, yeah, you did revive me. Thank you, sir. Now open up the mythic chest and get the cultist gems and we get pretty much everything. All right, let's get the fire to max level so we can use his wood. There we go. Fire is max level. Now we can start planting our saplings around the white line. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. I lost. I'm dead. I'm a dead man. I am the deadest man. No way I jumped on the tree. Dude. Oh, I'm dead.
What is going on?
I'm gonna need you to come get me, sir.
You didn't tell me there was bad guys here.
Hey, by the way, there are bad guys here.
Would you like to buy revive friend? Sure.
Thanks. Appreciate you, bro. So I'm gonna go loot as much as possible on the edges. So I'd recommend stay there, get the third kid. And if we loot around the edges, we're more likely to get a strong axe, which will be super helpful.
Come here, Timmy Jr.
I'm gonna go try to... I still have the old sack.
Yeah, can you find a better sack?
That would help a lot right now.
Oh, I just got a giant sack.
Oh, wait. I should be good. I found a base. Oh, let's go. Strong axe. Got it already. I'll let you know if I find a second one. I found a second one right next to it. Yeah. Come to where I'm at in the map and I'll show you where it is.
I just put Timmy back in a... Hold on. Let me boost to you. Bro is on the outskirts of Zimbabwe right now.
I am, yeah. I don't know if I can bring the axe. Actually, I think I can, yeah. I'm inside the base. I'm bringing the axe out.
I'm right here. What are you doing?
Bringing it back to the base.
I just came to you. Give me the axe.
No, you gotta go get it.
What are you talking about?
Can you find it?
I am low on food and health. Where's the axe?
I spy with my little eyes something red. There you go. All right, I'm going back to the base now. I still haven't gotten a better sack yet, which is why out of this chest, I'm going to get a bear attack. All right, I'm going to get us a 4th kid, and then we're going to build that wall with no political affiliation at all.
I don't get it. Can you explain the joke in under 30 seconds?
So there was this guy.
All right, thanks. I can't promise you this base perimeter is going to be the most perfectly circular, but in terms of being wealthy, we don't need perfection of the circumference.
All right, got the 4th key. Now I'm going to get the 4th kid, and I need a giant sack. Oh, there we go. I actually did get the giant sack.
I told the chest to do it for you.
Oh, appreciate you, bro.
All right, so we got 3 red shirts, cultists here, and I'm by myself, and Timmy is not helping.
Yeah, honestly, I think the kids are kind of lazy, not gonna lie. Like, they need discipline in their lives.
I wish we could save people that are actually grateful.
I know. Dude, they just kind of like sit around as if they're, I don't know, kids.
Yeah, I can't stand them. Anyways, I'm doing good. Oh, I might die. This brings up my Robux spending to probably 400 Robux.
So now I'm gonna get us the 2 next beds, and we'll be getting the max amount of days per day. Oh, wait, we need a lot more wood in the crafting bench. Yo, bro missed the circle by a mile. Oh, you've gotta fix this. Dude, you missed the circle by half a mile, man. Oh, that's not good.
What?
Look, you see how this curves? The line is all the way out here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't see a line.
Dude went from like the slightest curve in the world to a 90-degree angle.
No. Listen to me. Okay, you've done perfect circles before. Let's have it have a little family room back here, a little living room where it just jut out like that, okay?
All right. If you can do that, that'll look nice then.
Trust the vision, all right?
All right. If not, I'm docking your pay.
Oh, I'm getting paid.
Whenever you get a cultist gem, save it. We're gonna pile that up. So any material that you get is rare, like the cultist gems, let's just put that to the side.
All right, time to build my living room.
I'm also gonna get us the ammo crate because we're gonna need that. Gonna put it behind the crafting bench so we can spend scrap on ammo.
You're gonna be in complete awe at this structure.
All right, so now that we're getting sapling, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go loot for the riches, and then you're gonna do the planting the saplings because I think that would be the safest job for you. You know, workforce, safety, environment.
If I get injured, I can sue.
Yeah, exactly. Found another cultist base. Oh, that's also what we need. Not just engines, but washing machines to wash the clothes that are literally made out of leather and iron. Oil barrel, there we go. Gonna need, oh, mythic chest too. That's what we need. Need the chainsaw. You know what? Do you want to come open this? Because only one person can open it. And if you get the chainsaw, it'll be much faster for you.
Chainsaw. Bang! What the?
Riot shield.
Polizia.
So that, you basically just use that when you're about to die so that you take less damage. You hold that out. Oh, there's another base right here. I'm gonna loot that too. Gonna head back to the base with our very, very nice riches. You want to go to the alien mothership?
Is there an alien fathership?
Sadly, no.
Aren't I just the sapling worker?
All right, that's fine. I'll go take on a whole alien race without you. I see the sapling that you meant to pick up.
Well, okay, well, I told you it was there.
All right, I'm going to sort out our loot. For some that I'm going to grind up, and for some we're going to keep to show our wealth. We're already getting a bunch of good stuff. We got 3 cultist gems, 3 oil barrels, a washing machine, and 2 engines. The tree wall is looking very nice, I will say. So it's coming together quite nicely.
Not everything has to be a circle. I think, you know what? Some of us just need to play Minecraft here.
We quite literally are right now with these trees. All right, I'm going to make us an oil drill, but not for the fire. We're going to have that off to the side, generating us more oil barrels because it's a proper return on investment. Just like that. I'm gonna go get us some more stuff as well. Dude, I already found 3 oil barrels. We're gonna have a ton of those.
Is this the Middle East? Someone call George Bush.
I mean, I think I'd rather refrain from that. Got another engine. Another engine. Just found 3 bandages, so we won't have to spend any more Robux.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Another engine. You know what? I'm gonna bring you something back. I appreciate your hard work, and I got something for you.
Oh, if this is a chainsaw and bro stayed silent.
All right. Where are you at?
Building a wall.
Okay. Now, I know you're working really hard, so I thought that this fan would cool you off.
Oh, my biggest fan!
Quite literally, yeah. Did you just put that in the scrap?
No, that was a different fan.
Oh, well, good thing I have another one right here. I'll hold it above your head. Hopefully it'll cool you down while you work. All right, let's give you a nice haircut. Hold up. Let me take a little bit off the side. Let me pick it up a little closer. Cut off a little bit off the side. Yep.
Nice.
A little off the top. And some off the
great.
back. All right, there you go. Your bald head has been changed to a bald head. Oh, there we go. Reach day 99.
Video's over.
No, it ain't. We are stacking up quite a lot of stuff now, though. There we go. Another washing machine. And an oil barrel. And another oil barrel. And another washing machine. You building it square again?
Why? So you see, if you just this and then do this, then the video's over.
What if you do this? All right, I see your point.
I'm the base builder here.
All right, furniture trader is back. I will go trade with him.
You're not paying me to be here, so you can't
What is
question
this?
I'm going. Listen. I am going. This is my plan. I'm doing a little bit of curve so I can go through and then bang like this.
What are you building? Every shape there is. First, we have a circle. Then we have a square line. Then we have another square line with a pyramid. And then we go down to a triangle.
This little cushion right here is gonna be for when you get upset. This is your crying corner.
Oh, really? Well, I need to go stand in there right now. Then move out the way.
Hey, listen. I did a little bit of mining off camera. Okay?
Oh yeah, totally. Me too. I did a little bit of grabbing loot off camera. All right, now let's put out our riches. All right, let's see what else. What do we not need out of this? Okay, I think that's good. Put all these washing machines here. More oil barrels. More cultist gems. We're getting rich off of this. I'm gonna go loot that stronghold.
Can you believe that I got all of this for us?
Oh really? Tell me, where do you find the washing machines at?
Walmart.
You do make a good point. No way.
What is going on?
Can you come to the stronghold? There's like 17 bandages around me. It won't cost you any Robux.
Yay.
If you peek your gun around the corner, they won't know. Oh.
Yes, clutch.
Oh, nice. Okay, fair enough. Well, now I can use my gun. See ya. Have fun with your desk job.
I'm released from my shift of saving you.
Yeah, bro, appreciate it. Now you gotta go walk the deer.
The deer! This is not okay. I need help. I'm one shot, chat.
Oh, wait, these can be part of our riches. We got the cultist prototype and the cultist experiment. Very rare deluxe items. Furniture trader's back. Also, if you end up getting some wood, put it into the biofuel because we're about to run out of fire.
I actually have been ignoring all the wood, so there's a bunch of wood everywhere.
Oh, perfect. There we go. We have built the most convenient wall.
Let me tour the base, okay? Pretend this is wall here. So it started off good, little circle, and then I went way too far in, so I said, oh no, and then I made a little right turn angle, which looks nice, I'm not gonna lie. And then I curved some more just to feel like I'm contributing. We have the little crying corner over here, just in case you want to just shut yours. And then it goes diagonal because I got lazy, and then a little bit circular, and then I got super lazy.
Now what we have to do is build one more layer of walls.
I almost just Alt F4'd out of the game, even though I knew you were joking.
First, we're gonna hit up the furniture trader, and then we're gonna go get the hammer for both of us. Here, you can actually pet this dog on his belly. He looks like a good boy. All right, I'll get all the furniture for us. Oh, we got a lot in here. All right, cool, perfect. There's a cooldown for the hammer. All right, so I'm gonna put down all of our furniture. I'm gonna make some stew because I'm starving.
Oh, me too.
Oh, appreciate you, G. I'll just die to death over here. Dude, this is a lot of stuff. I think there might be more oil barrels outside as well. All right, so now that I have the hammer, I'm gonna pick up all of our stuff. Like every single item I'm gonna pick up, and then I'm gonna drop it, and we're gonna have to place it. And can you please stop following me around with a gun, sir?
I'm making sure you're hammering everything.
All right, let's see. What else do we have? Oh, we have all these. Now I'm gonna drop all of our stuff over here, and you and I are gonna have to speed build because we're very rich and we do things very quickly, very efficiently. We're gonna have to speed build our base to make it look as nice as possible. Put this here. We have a mossy trellis. We're gonna use that for a farm back here. Building the farm back here, by the way. So if you want to add to that, you can. Fairy lights. We're putting that on the Kraken Kids tent.
I'm gonna put the map facing the wall so you can't actually read it.
That is genius. Gonna put the rugs like this, give a little bit of a room look.
I'm gonna put the beds to where the pillows are being glued through the trees.
That looks nice. Looks nice.
I'm gonna put a chair facing all the beds so I can read them story time. What the heck is a hedgerow intersection?
Oh, that's the thing that makes California traffic so bad. All right, I think I have the last of it. I'm gonna put a little wooden nightstand next to the beds that are literally through the trees. I'm gonna put a seat for me somewhere, and I think that is all of our furniture. All right, now we gotta put all of our riches up for display, just for us to see though, not the cultists. We are not flexers over here. All right, looking nice.
I'm gonna die if this doesn't cook fast enough. Please,
Your house
please,
is literally
please.
going down.
Hurry, 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 hurry! Cook faster!
Well, I'm glad I have a bandage.
I don't want to play anymore.
So now I'm gonna put all of our stuff onto the shelves. It totally isn't glitching out or anything.
Hey, this looks great.
Oh, also, can you get the cultist gems for me? All right, that is the richest base in 99 Nights in the Forest. We have so much stuff, an entire wall all around the base. And would you like to give us a tour of the base, my good sir?
All right, tour. So as you see, we have a beautiful perimeter around the base. I would like to acknowledge that me, Bemi Block, singular block, made that beautiful perimeter on the base. It was not done by him at all. Here we have a lovely cooking station to make their favorite carrot stew. Over here we have a table, which is disguised as a trampoline because you can actually jump on it very nicely. We have a lightning rod here that tells lightning, hey, please strike here. And if it lights us on fire, oh well. Over here we have the sundial, which is when you dial, your sun shows up when you dial it. Over here we have Minecraft Farm Simulator. Actually, right here you can see the golden bananas being grown, which are the best Minecraft food.
Oh, no way, they actually grew.
I told you! Over here we have Bemmy Block reading corner. Now, we got our lights on the surrounding areas, and when all the kids are in bed, I can read them their favorite nighttime story, which this week's story is about the boy who cried...
Alpha Wolf.
Alpha Wolf. Oh, yeah, works better. The Alpha Wolf, yeah. We have our lovely array of items. I mean, we can take over a literal country with all this oil we have.
So what would you give this baiting out of, this base a rating out of 10?
I'd probably give it a 8.9. I would give it a 0, but the perimeter of the trees looks really nice.
Oh, yeah, we should fix that.
If you chop down my trees, I'm leaving.
All right. You know, it's the end of the video. That's why. It's the end of the video. Because the fishing update is now here, I can build one of the coolest bases in the game. I'm gonna be building the biggest food base, where I'm gonna have 3 walls. One with the max level fire ring, the second where we have 5 torches expanding the base, and the third where we have 10 torches expanding the base, all with different types of food. Now, you just saw it, but I have no idea what we're gonna do with this base yet. I'm not sure which food we're gonna put in which ring, but I do know it's gonna look very cool. Now, I did just realize though, I'm playing the fisherman. Instead of playing the fisherman, I'm actually gonna play the farmer. That way we can get a ton more food, and that should be more efficient than just getting better fish. So let me quickly get fire level 3, and we're also gonna be getting all 4 kids for this base. All right, fire level 3. Now I do need to go find a weapon before we go get the first kid, because I do want to be careful. I don't want to die. Or actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take all this coal, and this might be enough to get me to fire level 4. See if this works. Almost. Let me actually just get a bit more wood, and we can get level 4 fire pretty much right off the bat, and hopefully that'll help us find a weapon faster. All right, there we go. Got 3 wood left over for a map as well. We're already doing pretty good. We're gonna build this base as fast as possible, giving us more time to make it really good. There we go. Okay, we got a rifle before even anything else, but this will be good enough to go get the first kid, and definitely the second kid. We just need enough ammo. Wait, whoa. I think they fixed it. The farmer used to not actually give you apple trees, but we just got an apple tree. Interesting. Okay, so I could pick the apples just like this by putting it in the sack, and I think you cut it down just like any other tree. So actually, that'll help us to get a bunch of apples. We could use that as part of our food. So we're just gonna start a little pile right here, and right now I'm just eating a bunch of morsels because I don't have any stable source of food yet. But let me get the good sack real quick, and now let's go get the first kid. All right, first kid is safe. I'm also gonna get the good axe with the... Oh, interesting. Wait, why in the world would I trade for an old rod? I'm actually a little bit curious about that. There's like 17 of them back here. Yeah, I see them right there. They're all right here. I wonder, why does he trade them? That's interesting. Maybe in the future they won't have this building here. I'm not sure. But let me try to cut down this apple tree, see if it gives more wood or less wood. Yeah, it seems to be about the same wood. We got 3 right here, 3 right here, 3 and 3. Okay. Now for this base, I'm gonna have to get an absolute ton of scrap because we're gonna be using shelves to build our walls. And each of those, although they're only 2 scrap, it is still gonna be a lot of shelves. All right, we just got level 5 fire. We also got a spear. So let me use that to go get the second kid. And I'm trying to think what we should do for this base. I'm thinking the inner ring should be the more rare foods because I'm not gonna have as many of them. And then the outer ring should be something just ridiculously easy. So I think the outer ring, what we should do is, because even we're playing the farmer class, the outer ring should be full of fruit or vegetables that you grow out of the ground. Don't think you can grow any fruits in this game yet. Actually, I can grow the apple because I'm the farmer, so we might put that in the outer ring as well. Well, it's a little difficult to get the second kid when all 4 of them are chasing you, so let me revive. All right, second kid is now safe. I do need more rifle ammo before I go get the third kid though, but we have a ton of wooden scrap, so let me upgrade the crafting bench twice, and then let me also start to get farm plots, which we're gonna be using these in these asterisk like patterns. So right now it's in a plus sign, but you can plant, I don't know, like 10 of them on top of each other by doing it diagonally and very precisely, which will allow me to literally water like 10 farm plots all at once, making this way more efficient. And because I'm the farmer and I have the max level, every single farm plot will get me at least 1 pumpkin. So we're gonna have a very nice food source and also a lot of pumpkins for our wall. But in order to start the wall, we do need the level 6 fire. So let me get the sundial just so I know what time of day it is. We got a minute 40. I think I should just go out and loot, try to get some fuel, and then come back to the base. Okay, this is perfect. I just found chili seeds. I'm gonna pick those up. I'm also picking up all these fruits and vegetables, and the chilies will actually add a lot to our variety. Now, the one thing I do need to do better is that I haven't been picking up cakes, I've been eating them. So instead, we need to pick up the cakes and bring them back, and I'm wondering how many we can get. Got a bunch of fuel. Don't think this is enough for fire level 6 though. We're about halfway so far. All right, just got another farm plot. So we put it just like this. first, and we can put a bunch more when we have the wood for it. So let me actually go get more wood, and then we'll also replant the saplings, and while we're going out and getting scrap and fuel, we should have enough food for what we need. We only really need 20 farm plots and maybe a few other things. I'm not exactly sure yet. We're gonna have to think about that. All right, we already got some of our food to grow, but now I'm gonna start separating it. So pumpkins we'll put here, we'll pick up the apples and we'll put them over here, add our carrots right here, and corn off to the side. Now these are all most likely gonna be in the outer ring, and then I'll probably put fish on the middle ring because fish are decently easy to get. But as for the inner ring, I'm wondering what we can do. But let me just get some chilies real quick because I do see a bunch of them around me now. All right, there we go. Got 25 chilies, and I'm actually gonna go grab a few more. I also do want to get the berries. These are gonna be nice for the base. Put our berries off to a separate pile, and so far everything's going good. I just do need to go get more fuel. So let me also get a biofuel processor and a boost pad. I also just realized we do need to get the third kid. So we found the place by accident, but I do need to take care of these wolves too because I prefer life. Not having bite marks in your legs is actually a pretty cool feeling. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced it, but that's what I'm trying to do right now. Got the bear pelt, which will give us the final pelt trade, and an oil barrel. These are what we need right now. Got the strong axe too. That'll actually help us to get some wood. There we go. All right, we're back to the base. My fire is also about to go out, so it's a good thing we have fuel. Third kid is back at the base as well. Pelt trader also just showed up. That's perfect timing. And we have more apple trees as well. Let me get the iron armor. We need that right now. I'm getting close to dying quite a lot. All right, let's see. Do the apples just fall? Okay, they do. So you can just cut down the trees and the apples will be there. All right, we're about to hit fire level 6. I'm just gonna get a few of these carrots. We're gonna be growing a ton of them anyway, and that should get us to the max level. There we go. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut down all the trees we have right here and get a few more farm plots just so we can get our fruit up pretty quickly because we are gonna be filling up an entire level 10 torch wall with a bunch of vegetables and fruit. That's probably gonna take quite a lot, so it's always good to start as soon as possible. I'm also curious how many farm plots you can get in one spot. So let me craft 2 more, and with this will be 5. So there we go. There's 4 and there's 5. Use the watering can as well. There we go. So now we need to build an entire wall made out of shelves around this circle, and then we'll make it bigger with torches. So one thing I just realized, the apples seem to be bugged. If you pick them up after chopping down a tree, they don't appear in your sack. There's nothing in here. And I'm not eating them too because my hunger bar is not going up. So for now, I'm just gonna eat and they don't even work. Okay, so don't just chop down the tree. Make sure you pick off the apples if you can. So in order to preserve the apples, I'm gonna plant these in a line like this. Not as a wall, but just to have them a little bit separate. But we do also have 50 more wood, which means we're gonna have a total of 10 farm plots now. So I wonder, can we plant all these? There's 6, there's 7, there's 8, there's 9, and there's 10. 10 farm plots in one. It almost looks like a circle now, but because I can water them all at the same time, it makes it a lot easier. But now let's make all of our shelves, which will actually be 30 old shelves already, and let's see if we can fill in this first wall. All right, we just placed all of them. That's 30 shelves, and we are close to being done. We have about 25% left to go. But now what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go get a bunch of scrap because we're gonna need about 60 for all 10 of our torches and also a ton more for the walls. So I'm gonna be looking for things like washing machines, tires, microwaves, and also the engine. And we will also make a crock pot. That way I can have food whenever we go out, but also for the wall, which might be what we make our inner wall. Inner wall will be stew, then we'll have fish, then we'll have fruits and vegetables. That actually might work. Or maybe the inner wall could be, I actually do have a few ideas now, because what are we gonna do about things like cooked meat and cooked steak, or cooked morsel and cooked steak? Not exactly sure, but at least I have ideas now. We also did get the morning star, so not bad. All right, this is really good. We found a very big lake with the bones in it, and we also found the 4th kid's location. So let me see if we can get the 4th kid really quick. All right, this will be the last bear. Key fell right in there too, and we got the 4th kid and a mythic chest, and we got the riot shield. I don't think I've ever actually used the riot shield other than just holding it out. Okay, this is not good. My flashlight just ran out of battery, and we're out in the very outer ring with a bunch of bears and the deer chasing me. I hear his footsteps, but I don't see him. We're also low on hunger, so I need to make it home as fast as possible. All right, we're back to base. I'm gonna eat a couple pumpkins. All right, 4th kid is safe, slightly over the apples, but that's fine. And our apple tree grew, so now let me grab all these by hand. There's also a few of them that seem to be in between. Yeah, right there. Okay, this is interesting. We got a bunch of our farm plots to grow. We also got a piece of cake. So let me put that off to the side. Let me grab all these pumpkins too. It's an insane amount of pumpkins. It's like 11 pumpkins in just one tiny spot. Insane. We're gonna have a lot of food. Grab all the corn as well. There were more pumpkins than corn. Then let me grab these 50,000 carrots. I'm also gonna use a few of these for some biofuel because we're gonna have a ton of them anyway. Let me also get this wood, and we're gonna see if we can build even more farm plots on top of the ones we already have. All right, we got 50 wood. Now I am gonna use half of it on building torches, or actually that was a little bit more than half, so that way we'll be ready for when we want to expand the base. So I'm gonna build 2 more farm plots, a bunch more shelves, which should definitely finish out the wall. Then we'll place our torches for the next wall. So let's see. All right, this will make 11, and this barely finally will make 12. Insane how you could just place all these right on top of each other. But now let's finish that wall. All right, this should be the last. Actually, I want to place 2 shelves just in case. I want there to be no gap. There we go. All right, the first wall is officially complete, and I do think we should make this inner wall full of maybe not stew. Actually, maybe the second layer could be. I'm not sure what I want to do. Meat is insanely hard to get. This amount of meat, oh, is absolutely ridiculous. This is gonna be so hard to get. So the first wall, we're definitely making meat. We're gonna make it cooked morsel, steaks, and maybe even a few ribs if we go to get some mammoths. Now we have fish and fruits and vegetables left, and also stew. Now I'm thinking that the middle wall will make it full of fish. I think that would look pretty cool. And then the outer wall, we will make that of stew and vegetables and all that. So stew will actually be with the vegetables. And we also got another piece of cake because we have so many farm plots. It's actually coming by pretty quick. All right, so I'm gonna put my shelves off to the side, or at least the extra ones that we have. Then we're gonna place our 5 torches around the kids' tent. So 1 for each tent, and then we'll also put 1 behind the campfire. So now the new wall is gonna be out here with even more shelves filled with fish, which is probably gonna take an insane amount of time. I'm hoping maybe that sharks will take up an entire shelf. That would help a lot, but I guess we'll have to find out. All right, so I think what I want to do now is we're gonna go get our fishing rod to level 2. So I'm gonna use these fishing spots right here. Actually, you know what? I don't want to use this one. I want to use one that's further out and is a level 2 lake. That way we can get some salmon a lot faster, and although it might be a little bit harder, the XP is worth it just because the mackerel barely gives you anything. All right, here we go. This should be a level 2 lake. The color does look different. Yeah, there we go. We already got a hard one right off the bat, and I failed. There we go. Yeah, that's a ton of XP, so we just got to keep doing this. All right, so far we got 6 salmon, and also we're halfway to level 2. There we go. Our rod is ready for upgrade, so let's grab all this salmon, and then I think I'm gonna go out to the level 3 lake to try and get the strong rod as fast as possible. Put it in there, get the upgrade. All right, so let me drop off these salmon. We're not gonna be cooking them because if we cook the fish, they're all gonna be the same exact color. But now let's see, where is the 4th kid? I remember a lake being by where the 4th kid was held. Actually, you don't see it. Okay, it might be right here, this bottom right. It is covered up by a chest a little bit. So we're gonna have to go down to the bottom right. We also got more trees growing in, which means I think we'll be able to finish out our farm plots and make as many as you could possibly build. Okay, we're not there yet, but we have 4 more farm plots, which means this will bring us up to 16 in one spot if we can get them all placed, which it seems like we'll be able to. There we go. It is insane how many of these you could place on top of each other. But now let me head down to where the 4th kid was kept, and let's fish in that lake. Got another piece of cake, and here's the lake that I was looking for. So let's see what we can get. I'm thinking the swordfish shouldn't be too difficult. It might be just as difficult as the salmon was with the old rod. Okay, this is actually pretty easy. Hold up. Okay, it was a cultist gem. Nothing crazy. All right, now we got something going. That's the sword. Oh, dude. That gave me like a third of my XP. That is insane. All right, we got another one coming right here. All right. 1 more fish and we'll get the strong rod. All right, should be it. There we go. Rod is ready for upgrade. Let me take all this stuff back to the base. Okay, this is insane. This is just an insane amount of food. Now I'm gonna let it go by maybe a couple more days. That way they should actually, no, we're gonna do that later. I want to have all of them be in sync so that we have everything grow all at once. So for now, let's actually harvest all this. And in order to make a bunch of stew, I actually have a plan for that. I just need the materials to make the crock pot. It is insane how many pumpkins we have. We're starting to have more pumpkins than anything else. All right, let me go upgrade our rod. And then for today, we're gonna get some more wood just so that we can get the final farm plots that we need. And then we'll go back to fish some more for all the fish we're gonna need. We're gonna need an absolutely insane amount of fish, while also getting some wolves on the way, maybe even bears, and maybe even mammoths. That might be the most worth it, because mammoths are kind of easy to take down if you know what you're doing, and they do give a ton of food, but we'll see. I would like the tactical shotgun. That would help me a ton right now, but then again, the ammo is expensive, so I don't know. Okay, this will be enough to make all 20 farm plots, and we're gonna see. I'm assuming this will work. Place all of them. Yep, there's a spot right there, just barely. Try right here. Yep, there we go. And let's see. This might be a little difficult, but I do see it, so there we go. And there is all 20 farm plots in one place. So I'm just gonna water all of them, and then I'm gonna wait a few days to even harvest it. That way they'll all be on the same schedule. So we'll just have a ton of stuff growing all at once, harvest it, and then repeat. So now what I want to do is I want to head out and actually get more scrap. We'll have that for our wall, but also to make the crock pot, because we do want to start making stews as soon as possible. Okay, this is good. We got 2 bases and a water tower right next to each other. That's gonna be a lot of scrap, but first let me try to get my stuff without dying. There's so many animals around here right now. Now I could just snipe down at the crossbow guy, because he's actually the most dangerous. His aim is insane. I have no idea why they made the aim so incredibly crazy on this guy, because it used to be worse, but probably a while ago they made it better. Oh, you've got... Dude, what in the world was... That was Batman. All right, take 2 to go get my stuff. All right, I have to be careful. I'm gonna try to take these guys out one by... And there's a bear. All right, I think I took out everybody. There's another wolf that just spawned, though. All right, that should be everybody. I'm gonna check up on the roof just in case. All right, there's one more guy off to the side, but at least he's not on the roof. 2 guys, okay. Got 1. Okay, I'm out of rifle bullets. This is not good, but I do have the things that are trying to chase after me inside of the base. So we'll just take that and we'll take all our stuff. I do need food right now, though, so I'm gonna take a med kit and eat some raw food. All right, let me just get the last 2 chests, and we'll actually have a ton of stuff. Now, let me get the water tower, because this always has good stuff. Nothing here on the bottom. We did get a microwave and oil barrel, though. All right, I'm gonna quickly loot this base, which is pretty easy, because all you gotta do is get the stuff on the bottom just by running through, and then when you manage to parkour up top, no one can get to you. I do really badly need some food, though. Insanely badly. So I'm gonna take my morning star, and we're gonna go get an alpha wolf really fast and eat the raw steak. Okay, now I'm heading back to the base. This is a little dangerous to still be out, but furniture trader's here too. So let me grab these coins and then see what we can get. We can add a little bit to our base. Let's see what he's got. We're gonna get our rainbow fish lounger. We're gonna get the snowman and the icy throne. Then we'll get some flowers. That'll help make the base look nice. And then we got the flowers. We'll also get the hedgerows because it is a food base. So the hedgerows will look nice around the farm, even though the farm is tiny. So I wonder how we're even gonna use those. All right, we got 95 scrap. So that'll get us the crock pot. We just need a little bit of wood. All right, we got enough wood. Now I want to show you guys something interesting that I saw in a YouTube short. If I put my crock pot right here, then we build 4 wood rain storages and put them around just like this, pretty much touching the crock pot, just like this. This looks pretty good. We can now take an absolute insane amount of carrots, and instead of having to wait for our stew to cook, we could just drop all of the carrots into here, and it'll continue to make stews pretty slowly because usually you have to take out the stew to do it faster, but it will still cook them pretty much automatically. So we're just gonna shove all of our carrots into there. All right, we got a bunch of carrots in here, so that'll just start making us stews, of the which it's already made us 2. All right, now that we got our crock pot going, let's make the second layer wall. So we're gonna craft as many shelves as we can, and then we're also gonna pick up the leftover ones we have, and I'm assuming we might be able to finish half of it. So let's start from right here and then work our way clockwise. Okay, I messed up a little bit right here, so I'm gonna instead go the other way, and then we'll eventually get a hammer to fix that. All right, so we have a little gap right here, but it shouldn't really matter too much. I just don't want to curve it inwards right here, because then that just leaves a wall in between it. It's like a secondary mini wall for this lake, but we're just gonna keep going. All right, here's our last shelf, and with that, we'll actually have finished more than half of the second wall. I just need the hammer to fix this little mistake right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go get more scrap so we can finish the second wall, and then we'll finish the third wall, or at least that's what I'm planning on doing, and then we'll start getting meat for that inner wall, because the inner wall is gonna be the hardest. Getting meat is not easy. It takes a lot of ammo, or if I use the morning star, I should be able to get a lot of steak from wolves. I also got a mythic chest right here. We will take that. All right, thorn armor isn't bad. We'll take that. All right, we're running out of area to look for scrap, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the winter biome, make some bunny ears, because we already have 2 bunny feet, and then we'll get scrap over here, which should be slightly easier. Actually, I might as well just get the Arctic fox bell. I just got 2 already. Now it's 3. All right, we got 3 pretty fast. So let me go make that, and then getting scrap actually should be easy out here. There we go. We reached day 99 in 1 minute less than 2 hours. So we got a little bit longer to go until we can finally get this base finished. Just doing a ton of preparation right now. We have 130 scrap. This should be good enough to definitely finish the second wall and also get a huge portion of the last wall done. I have no idea how many shelves I have. 130 shelves though should be about 65 shelves. And there we go. Second wall is complete. But before we build the third wall, I do need to make more torches. So we're gonna have to go get a little bit more scrap. But then we can start filling this thing out with as much food as possible. All right, we've waited quite a few days for our farm. So now let's finally harvest it. And all 20 farm plots should be synced up. So we got 17 pieces of corn, probably 20 pumpkins. Yeah, there we go. Exactly 20. It's an insane amount. Got a piece of cake, extra piece of corn that I didn't get. And now an absolute insane amount of carrots, which we're gonna drop both a little bit into the fire to get that up and also into the stew maker. All right, fire is about max. And then let's just keep dropping these in here. All right, this looks pretty good. Starting to even cover up the crock pot a little bit, but we'll let that go. And now I think the best thing to do is to go... Actually, you know what? We're gonna fish a little bit right here. With the strong rod, it probably is gonna be really easy. That way we can get a ton of fish for this second row, because there's no way I'm filling the entire second row with sharks. That is insanely hard. No way. I got a clownfish the first try. That's insanely rare, is it not? Yeah, I got a mackerel the second try. I guess if I keep fishing, I'll tell whether or not the clownfish first try is rare. It seems to be insanely rare. Okay, that's interesting. I got 2 clownfish now. And although I'm getting mostly mackerel, I do think that the 2 clownfish is insanely rare. What in the world? Yo, I just got a swordfish out of here. I have no idea how rare that is. Actually, you know what? It might actually be worth to fish out by where the 4th kid was, because that's a level 3 lake. And I'm thinking, if I put mackerel here, how many can I fit? 6 mackerel per shelf. But a swordfish, I actually don't know that. I actually have no idea to tell. But I do think I might be able to fit less swordfish per shelf, which should fill up the shelves faster. But for now, let's take all of our fish and we'll put them over here. All right, I seem to have messed up the timing for our fruit to grow, or maybe there is no way to sync it up, because now it seems like it's not synced up, but we'll still harvest it anyway. All right, this is actually starting to lag me out a little bit. It's about full, pretty close to being full, but I think I'm just gonna let that sit for a while because it is starting to lag me a little bit. Now let me go out and get some more scrap, which we'll need for some torches. All right, we're back to the base. I'm starting to run a little bit low on scrap, or at least areas to find scrap, but we can make our last 5 torches and even more shelves, so that's good. So now let's place our torches, 1 more behind the crafting bench, and then 1 more for each of the kids' tents. All right, so now let me pick up, I'm gonna just pick up half of these, and then now we have the room to make the final wall for the base. Now the 10 torch wall works a little weird because I can only build out this far, but it does say I have more room, so I'll have to build just as close as we can to the edge. All right, with this we finished just about half of the wall, so now let's pick up the rest of our shelves and see what we can do. This does give me confidence though, because we are running a little bit low on scrap, but we're almost done. All right, with this we actually don't have much left, maybe 30% of the wall left to create, and then we can start filling it in. But let me also get some more food, because dude, I have no idea just how much corn and pumpkins and carrots we're gonna need for that final wall. I'm also gonna start putting off my carrots to the side. Maybe we could fill up a few shelves with these as well, because our stew maker is just full right now and I don't want to lag us out. Actually, it's not that full anymore, but I don't want to make it full again. All right, I'm gonna head out today to get what should be the last bit of scrap that we need. But let me actually grab some food first. I don't want to starve. You know what? In order to get a little bit more scrap, I'm gonna take out the 1st level stronghold. That way we get the cultist prototype and maybe even the experiment, but I know we at least get 2 of whichever ones it gives me. So let's actually do that. Shouldn't be too difficult, especially with the morning star. And there we go. So we got a prototype, an experiment, gem of the forest fragment, 2 cultist gems, and now we got the mythic chest. Hoping for a tactical shotgun, because that will help us to get, there we go. Okay, perfect. Actually, that will help us to get a ton of meat. I'm actually gonna start bringing back some as well. I think the first places that I want to go check are the places where the kids were held, because there should be just a ton of meat right there. All right, the stew maker is starting to go down a bit, so I'm gonna just put these carrots off to the side, and then we'll pick up all the stew, of which I have no idea how much is in here. It is a lot. All right, just start dropping these, and there we go. Probably doubled or even more this pile right here. All right, so let's take the scrap that we have. We'll build almost as many shelves as we can, just so we don't waste, and let's see if we can finish this 3rd wall. Then we'll just go get as much meat as we possibly can with the new tactical shotgun we got. All right, I'm glad we didn't build too many shelves, because now I only have 1 extra and all 3 walls are done. So now we're gonna have to fill these up like crazy. We're gonna start with the inner wall. We're gonna leave everything else and just start with the inner wall with meat. So let me start by putting some cooked morsel right here, and then we'll put some cooked steak right here, and then we'll work the steak this way and the cooked morsel this way. Dude, it is just insane. We have a mountain of pumpkins over here. I'm just eating pumpkins for food right now. All right, I got my tactical shotgun. Don't know how many shots. Okay, we got the owl too. That's not good. I'm also about to die, and I don't have any heals on me, so I'm gonna have to be very careful with how I hand, and I'm dead. All right, we got a bunch of food. I think we also got 2 polar bear pelts. We got 1 here, and I think another one from the polar bear we killed earlier. Just need to find that. We also have more meat here, so I'm gonna remember to come get that. But for now, I think what we can do is make the polar bear helmet. Yep, we should be good to do so. There we go. Now I'm gonna try to kill a mammoth and see if that is worth it. All right, let's see how this goes. It will give us a few ribs when we kill the mammoth as well. All right, there we go. We got actually a bunch of steak, but I don't think that's worth it, because although the steak does give you more hunger, we're just trying to fill the shelves right now. Okay, this is perfect. We got a fishing spot right here, so what I'm gonna do is keep backing out of it until we get a shark, and that way we could see how many sharks will fit on a shelf. All right, we got our first one. We also did just get the old boot, so we'll take that, but I did forget the shark thing, so although I'm kind of glad we got the old boot, I do need to get sharks. All right, we got all the meat here. There might be a bit more back here. Okay, perfect. All right, let me start sorting some of this meat that we have. Gonna Gonna try to grab all the morsels and then just place them on the shelves. But we have so much stuff right here. And I think we could fit about 4 morsels per shelf. Yeah, okay, so it's not dropping anymore, which is actually pretty good because morsels are easier to get than steaks, and actually less of them go on each shelf. All right, this is what we have so far. Almost 3 shelves of steak. We had a little bit of ribs on there, but one of them fell off, and a ton of cooked morsels. So we're not halfway done, but I think we're about 25, maybe 30% done. So this is gonna be a little difficult. So now let me see if I can find the location where the third kid was kept. Here was the first, I think here was the second, but I don't see the third, and that's not a good sign. Okay, the meat is now starting to fall like it's moon gravity. I think we have so many pieces of things like the vegetables back at the base that we're starting to lag out the game. Oh yeah, this is not looking good. This is not good. Okay, this is pretty bad. All right, we got some meat pretty fast. We're also gonna grab this scrap because I'm thinking for fishing we might as well make a teleporter, because I do think although it'll take a lot of scrap, it'll be worth our time to do it, because then we'll be able to go back and forth between fishing a lot faster and even bring the fish back to base a lot quicker. So let's see, we have 36 scrap right now. We can get the crafting bench 4. To get 2 teleporters we need 50 scrap and 30 wood. The wood is very easy. We have a bunch laying right here, so we're gonna get that very fast, but the scrap is what I'm worried about because we were already low earlier. But I do think that just from fishing we can get some scrap anyway, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go fish, and then the scrap that we get or maybe even find while doing other things, we'll use that for the teleporter. All right, I'm lagging a very decent amount now. Everything's moving really slowly, so in order to combat that, we're gonna start placing our fruit and our vegetables, and I'm assuming that should make it less laggy when stuff is on the shelf. All right, we got the last of the pumpkins, and so far we already have all of this. Let me just fill up this last little bit. There we go. Oh wait, I forgot, we have more growing over here, so let me grab these too. All right, now this is all the pumpkins we have. It's an insane amount. Seriously, it's insane. Now one of these shelves right here, it wouldn't let me put 9, and I think these ones also might have done the same thing, but we have just, I don't even know how many this is. So now let's start with putting our stews as well. Now these are going to be a little bit more difficult because they're in your inventory, not in your sack, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave extra room for a lot more pumpkins. We're going to start right over here with our stews. All right, there's all of our stews. We also have an insane amount of those. Now we're going to start with our corn, and this is just a ridiculous amount as well. So we're going to leave a gap for some stew. We're going to start right here. Now it takes a lot more corn to fill up a shelf, so the corn shouldn't take up too much space. Okay, this is interesting. This shelf did not want to take a lot of them, and I think this is helping the lag. It seems to be everything's moving a lot faster now, probably because there's less collision. Everything's just resting on the shelf. All right, I have 6 more pieces of corn, and although we do have some shelves that aren't taking as much corn as others, this is what we have so far. So now it's, wait, hold up, I just realized I almost finished the entire circle with all this. Where in the world are we gonna put carrots? Maybe instead of these gaps being for extra fruits, we could just fill them in with carrots, because wow, okay, that was pretty fast. So let's go ahead and do that. I also didn't place any apples or chili peppers yet, so I'm just gonna place a few carrots over in this section, then we're gonna go place our chili peppers and our apples as well. All right, let's grab our apples and we'll do these first. We're gonna put them on this edge of the stews. All right, we have 2 extra, but we're just gonna go ahead and eat these to make it look nice and perfect. Now the chilies we're gonna place over here, not next to the apples, just because they do have a very similar color, and I don't think this shelf is even usable. Yeah, this shelf isn't even usable. Hold up, can't place any chilies. I think I placed 1 chili on there, or maybe it just fell on there because I can't even use that shelf. So we're gonna start over here then. Wait, hold up, I don't think it's a shelf problem. I think it's all the shelves problems. I don't think you could place chili. Okay, guess you can't do that. That's I have no idea why that's a thing. So we're just gonna keep these over here because I do have a bunch. But as for the cake that we have, I'm gonna put these onto a shelf in the inner ring. So we're gonna move this morsel shelf off to one other shelf and then have this be for the cake. All right, this should fill up the corn shelves. There we go. Okay, so we're done with the corn. All these shelves should be full, and the rest we're just gonna keep off to the side right here for extra food. Now let me start placing our fish. I'm wondering just how hard it's gonna be to get the fish row filled up, because that might take a very long time. So we'll start with the mackerels right here, and it does seem like the mackerels are very inefficient for filling the shelves, but it does look nice. Oh, I also realized we have berries. I'm gonna try to fill in a shelf with these berries. We'll do that right next to the corn right here, but I don't think you could put them on shelves. I think berries and chilies alike doesn't seem like you put them on shelves. Okay, so that's good to know, but also kind of sucks. Wait, hold up. Okay, no, you can place them. They just roll off like, okay. Let me pick up the ones that aren't on the shelf. There we go, and then we'll just place these and hope they don't fall off. Okay, these just keep falling off over and over and over. Interesting. I'm gonna try to just drop them on the top shelf, and then we'll call these 2 the berry shelves. All right, there we go. We got them on top. top. These are our berry shelves. Let me put one more on top like this. There we go. Still haven't gotten the hammer to fix that one shelf, so let me go do that. It is nighttime, so I should probably learn from my lesson and do that as soon as it's morning. But now let's take the carrots that we have and fill out the very outer rim to the brim. And it is not slim. Wait, hold up. We perfectly have enough cake to fill an entire shelf of it. That is pretty nice. All right. I think absolutely everything on the outer shelf is filled except for 2 shelves right here, which we're going to fill with pumpkins. And then this stew shelf, which we only need 7 more stews for. So let's just go ahead and put these carrots in here. Get some stews, which might be enough by now. Should be enough. And there we go. Okay, this is full. So now we just need some more pumpkins, but we'll get those pretty easily. So for now, we're just going to take all the rest of our fruits and shove it in the stew maker, because why not? Actually, I'm going to take all of these and shove it into the stew maker, because then that should be enough stew for the probably rest of the run. And if not, we'll grow more. And then all these carrots that are on the floor over here, we're just going to eat those. I'm going to have the best eyesight. I'm going to have 2017 vision, and hopefully then we can do some better fishing. What we're going to do is we're going to take the opposite side of where the mackerels are and just fill it up with sword. Okay, this is just as hard as mackerels. I think it might be more worth it to get mackerels then, but we'll see. Maybe the salmon have a better filling of the shelf effect. So we're going to go quite a bit away over here and fill the salmon over here, which also have the same filling the shelf effect. Okay, that is interesting. We might be fishing for a very long time. We're going to keep all these fish off to the side though, because we don't have enough to fill a shelf yet. Now I'm curious about the shark. Are the sharks going to be what saves us? Let's put them over here. Actually, let me do it without the log. Okay, the sharks are good. They take up 3 per shelf, or 2 where we got lucky down here. You know what? This is going to take some time, but we're switching it up. And I have to do this or this will take an abysmal amount of time. We are going to have the first layer be fish and the second layer be meat, because fish are very hard to get. And if we have fish be the second layer, we might be here for an insanely long time. And I'm also a little worried about disconnecting. I do not want to disconnect with what we have so far. This is taking me an insane amount of time. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take all of our mackerel and we're just going to move it 1 shelf inward. And then we're going to do something similar with all the meat. So it shouldn't take me a ridiculous amount of time, but we absolutely do have to do this. It would be an insane amount of fish to put it on the second layer. But now that we have our pumpkins grown in, this will finish the outer wall, or at least I'm 99% sure. Let me look. Yeah, all right, this will finish the outer wall. And there we go. Very nice. So now the rest of the vegetables we could just have for extra food. All right, I just got a bunch of stuff, and I also have an idea. In order to make the raids easier, we're gonna make a door so that hopefully the cultists will all come through the door. So let's open it right here where this shelf doesn't really hold that many mackerel, and then we'll keep going straight through. So let's take our hammer and make a doorway through each thing. There we go. And let me also fix this shelf back here, which is crooked. I still haven't done that, but now we have. All right, I just got a bunch of scrap, and I'm thinking this should be enough for 2 teleporters. Yeah, definitely enough. So let's build one right here, and then we'll build the other one by the lake. All right, it's turning nighttime, so we'll just teleport back. There we go. And then we'll put our swordfish up here. We'll get ready our boost pad, and then we'll go check out the ice fishing holes, because if we can fish there and it'll be faster, that will save a lot of time. All right, we got a bunch of fish. I'm also out of sprint, but we're gonna see how these fish will fit on the shelves, because if they don't fit very well, then I guess we're not gonna get too many of them. So we'll put some of them back here. Yep, just exactly the same. Put them right next to the chars. Nope, just about the same. Okay, so I might go get some more eels and chars just to fill up a few shelves, but other than that, I guess we just gotta keep getting regular fish. Just gonna be an insane grind. But because we have the teleporter, we can go out at pretty much any time of night and just start fishing. All right, so far here's what we got. We got a decent bit of fish at the front. We got some salmon back there, some chars and 2 eels, and some sharks right here. So what I'm thinking is that because we're gonna get so many mackerels, we're gonna move these sharks closer to back here. But the meat is coming together very easily. I can just go out and anger a bunch of wolves, and then that should be pretty easy. But the fish, man, this is gonna be a grind. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a short time lapse right now of getting all the meat that we need, and then we'll check back in and probably do a time lapse of all the fish that we need, which is gonna take a long time. So time lapse starting now. All right, we're back at the base. I'm almost at 6 hours into recording now. We're at 5 hours, 56 minutes, and we finally have what seems to be enough to finish the second wall. So let's go see. I have 8 steaks. Should definitely finish this shelf. There we go. And then for the morsels, we definitely have enough. And there we go. The entire second wall is now full. It's like, I would say 80%, maybe 75% morsels and 25% steak. But regardless, it is done. So now we have to go do an insane amount of fishing. Let me make sure I have a bunch of stew. And while it's nighttime, what I'm gonna do is fish right next to the base. So like right here we have a pond, and then we also have the fishing building pond right over here, which sometimes has the fishing spots that'll help me do this a lot faster. But there's also the fact that the deer spawns on you, so maybe we're just gonna use this one over here. But I've got to do one final time lapse to finish this video. So here's the time lapse of me getting all the fish starting now. This is the last fish that I need. One more mackerel and we're good. There we go. Pick up all of them. We're gonna put the salmon over here because we only need one last salmon. Then we're gonna finish out this shelf with the mackerel and we are done. We have maybe 65% of this just being straight up mackerel. Then we have our cake shelf, which we kept on the inner ring. We have our chars and our eels. We also need to reorganize this shelf because for some reason the clownfish don't fit together too tightly. All right, there we go. We have our rarer fish shelf right here, 3 jellyfish, bunch of clownfish, and 3 old boots. We have our shark shelf with 9 sharks, bunch of salmon, bunch of swordfish, and back to the mackerels. We are finally done with all this food. And you want to guess how long I've been recording? 9 hours now. It is absolutely insane. I think this project will come close or even surpass the chopping down every single tree in the map video, just based on time. So let me take all these stews. I'm gonna eat a few of them just to waste them because we have a bunch. Or actually, maybe I should keep a few more because we need to start placing furniture now. But before then, let me get the fire up to a higher threshold just because I do not want to have a hungry deer out of the middle of nowhere. All right, that's good enough. So now let's use our defensive blueprints. We'll put these at the entrance. We'll put it closer to the back right here. We don't want to ruin the look of the front. All right, there we go. Now let's start adding our furniture. And this is going to be difficult. We have a lot of furniture. Let me drop all my other stuff back here though, just so that we have more room in our inventory. We also do have another defensive blueprint, so let me put this down. All right, pretty much anyone who comes in here is dead. Then we're going to design a exclusive, and I mean exclusive, because this is the most expensive restaurant in 99 Nights in the Forest. I don't think anybody's as crazy enough as me to do this. So let's build a very nice exclusive restaurant for whoever wants to pay $20,000 a second to eat here. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's make it a table for 3 or a table for 4. Hold up. Where's he at? Where's Kevin? There he is. All right. We actually have a table so exclusive that you, as the main person who's paying for the check, you get to sit in this seat, Kevin's own seat. And yes, Kevin will be dining with you, and he will stare at you blankly the entire time while you eat your food, and he will judge you if you don't leave a tip. So leave a tip. So we're gonna put a hedgerow right here. Actually, you know what? Let's put more hedgerows over here just before we run out. That way you are very private from the angry customers who don't know what they're talking about, and also don't look up our restaurant on Yelp. I don't know, Yelp must be broken or something. People keep saying something about dying from the food, poisonous, non-cooked fish. I don't know what they're talking about. Then we'll use some trellises just like that, and for the opening we'll use some fences with some moss on them for extra flavor and also a hint of poison. We'll cut this one in a little bit just so that we can use more of them. All right, here is the entrance to our restaurant. Very private, very exclusive. Kevin actually works here all day. I don't pay him, but if you want to get in, you're gonna have to pay $20,000 a second, I'm pretty sure. So let's put a fairy light arch right here. That way you have a nice entrance into the restaurant, and as you are literally dying to death, we'll put a fairy light arch right here just to make your death a little bit more enjoyable, and then a fairy light arch right here for our guests who actually know how to avoid the trap, which is pretty much nobody. Now what I want to do is I want to take all the rugs that that we have and actually use them as part of the restaurant's design. So we're gonna have to find all of them. All right, so we have 3 purple rugs and 3 blue rugs. So I think what we could do is a alternating pattern going from blue to purple to blue in this area right here. That way you're not necessarily eating on carpet unless you're unlucky enough to not be paying for the meal, so you do get the carpet seat. And the red rug, oh dude, this is the red carpet. If you eat here, you are wealthy enough to walk on red carpet, my good sir. Whoever you are, madam, sir, if you have money, I will happily make some poisonous food for you that hopefully you won't sue me over with your 15,000 lawyers. We'll also put a green signpost here for poison, and then back here we'll add all of our bean bags as a relaxation area where you can digest your food properly while you are relaxing listening to the stock market. Now I have no idea how one listens to the stock market, but I'm not rich enough to do that. That's my customer's job. I also just found another red rug, so we're gonna have the red carpet be even longer into the fire because rich people are fire resistant. Don't ask me how I know that. And with that, that's all the furniture I want to place. The rest we'll just toss off in that lake. Our table here, we have a few appetizers, not the entrees. 2 pieces of chicken, because I'm just calling this chicken. 2 pieces of sushi, technically it is raw fish. And then 2 pieces of chili for if you want to literally die by mouth fire. Now we actually have our first group of customers making their way over to this base. So I do have to do well at impressing them. So let's see, I think they're coming in. All right, here's our first customer who's literally a Martian. Bro is jumping in slow motion. All right, sir, come in this way. I would actually like to show you your table back here. Sir, why are you sleeping? All right, well, fine. You go to another restaurant then. All right, well, you know what? We have more customers begging to come in. They're literally breaking down the walls to come in. Come right this way, my good sir. What's your name? Kevin? Oh, okay. I have actually a pretty cool person that I think you should meet. All right, right this way, my good sir. Don't mind the guy who's sleeping. He's pretty... All right, this is not funny anymore. I think they know each other. But let me see. There should be one more guy over here. Even though he was shooting at me, I do think that all people deserve second chances. So come over here, sir. I have... Okay, you know what? You don't want to follow me? I see how it is, man. It's pretty rude. This guy over here, though, his name is actually Kevon. So he's actually going to have a really good time with Kevin. I think they'll have a very nice conversation about something about politics. So well, apparently everybody's sleep deprived. I have no idea why. It's not like I've been staying up for almost 2 years straight in this game. All right, he's finally following me. Sir, I promise you, the food is good. And apparently our entryway is so good that everyone likes taking naps. Then follow me, my good sir. Do not eat the food. Don't stop eating the food, sir. You haven't paid for that. Sir, eat the food. This is not a robbery. Eat the... wait, why am I telling him to eat the food? You know what? Fine. I have to defend myself. All right, now that our customers have been dealt with, very, very rude, by the way, I do want to do one last thing. This base looks pretty nice from the outside. You know, we have a ton of corn and all that, but it doesn't really showcase the inner beauty. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna get rid of a lot of these corn shelves. So we're just gonna eat the corn, which will clear up space for other things that I want to put in here. So we're gonna go out to 3 shelves on each side. Get the 3rd shelf over here. And now let's start adding a bunch of color and vibrance to it. So we're gonna get stuff like the mackerels for a shelf. And now we have a much, much better looking entrance. We have a whole vibrant range of colors right here. Very light archway entering into the base. Very, very nice. This took an insanely long amount of time. We are now at 9.5 hours. So let's do the base tour. All right, entering in here, we have our very own fairy light archway, welcoming guests into our restaurant or our food base. We have mackerels, swordfish, salmon, corn, apples, and pumpkins all displaying out front. Then on the inner wall, we have a bunch of steaks, no idea the count. We have a bunch of ribs that don't really fit in the shelves that well. I don't know how many actually fits in a shelf, but I did not get enough to do that probably. Then over here, we have our cooked morsels, which go out pretty much all the way around, as we didn't find as much steak as we did morsels. But coming into this 3rd layer, don't step in here like the people who like taking naps, but come to the side and see our beautiful array of fish, of which we have way too many mackerels. And speaking of mackerels, pretty much all of these mackerels came out of this pond. If you're asking how they all fit in here, I don't know either. Then over here we have our cake shelf, which I actually had too many cakes, so I had to put more on top. Then we have our chars and our eels. The eels are very expensive because they kill you. We make you sign a waiver signing over all of your assets over to us because we want your money. Then we have our rarer fish, same thing for the jellyfish, by the way. You have to sign a different waiver, but same thing. Then we have our clownfish and our old boots, which are our most chewy option on the menu. If you want to order that, you can get some real flavor out of it. Then we have 9 sharks, bunch of salmon. Salmon's actually pretty common. You must be poor if you eat salmon. Only real rich people die by eating electric eels. Then we have our swordfish. They will cut your throat the second you eat them. Very, very expensive. And now let's go into the base the right way by jumping over the shelf. Over here, we have our farm plus our industrial cooker, where we have cooked so many different stews just by plopping a bunch of carrots in here with our sack. 20 farm plots all at the same place. Very nice, very industrial. We got our teleporter to the level 3 lake, boost pad that we used, camping chairs if you want to sit by the fire, 4 kids tent, as well as the fact that we are also insanely rich with 9 forest gems and 39 cultist gems. But for our very VIP guests, aka Kevin, we have the red carpet laid out with a sign letting you know that this is red carpet just in case you can't see with your eyes. Coming in here, we have our restaurant with flowers, a purple and blue hangout area just in case you don't feel like eating but feel like hanging out. Then right here, and I do want to warn you, this is one of the most important parts about the entire base, so keep it calm, okay? I don't want to seem weird in front of him. This is Kevin, our very, very VIP, VVIP, very, very important person who will eat with you if you spend $20,000 a second at a restaurant. And yes, I do know that price is a little cheap, but I promise you this is the real Kevin. And with that, that is our entire biggest food base. This took a ridiculous amount of time. I don't know why I did this. Hopefully you guys like it. And we just made it to almost day 600 with no beds. So that's insane. But thanks for watching. Subscribe and click on this video right here.